So what you're doing is because the parts that are AI generated don't have protection, but you've modified the text enough where if someone copies your book, you can still go after them
Right.
because
So basically, a good way to think of it is if somebody could recreate your book by writing the right query, it's not copyrightable. But when you take a base of information and add your personal stories, add your language to it, and are rewriting it, not just copy editing it and putting, if you're rewriting it and you're adding your personal perspective to it, it is then yours because, you know, ChatGPT would not have come up with your book. It came up with the baseline it gave you. Is that a lot? Is that, to help people with kind of the logic in their head of when to
well,
use
okay,
it for what?
yes, that is mostly true. The only thing I'd like to add is that when someone is trying to copy your book, there's going to be no demarcation that says this part was AI generated and this part was rewritten, right?
Mhm.
And so when you copyright something that was AI generated, implicitly you have no protection over the AI generated portion. But somebody who's trying to do a copyright violation on you is not going to know what part was AI generated and what part was yours.
Right.
And so when they copy that book and try to resell it, you can still sue them under copyright law because you do now have copyrights over the portions that they copied. Now, for example, if it's a 100-page book and you only modified the last page and they copy 99 out of the 100 pages except for the last page and they reprint it, well, you can't sue them under
Right.
your copyright, right?
Okay. And then all of that would be found out expensively in a court of law. Um, and it would go back through digital forensics. It would be pulling up files and timestamps and queries and
So,
things like
that's a really interesting, you know, thing you posit because all these courts require evidence. They
that. Mhm.
require proof.
Mhm.
And getting a LLM to produce the same,
People who don't know what that stands for.
sorry, a large language model or ChatGPT, to produce the same text from even the same prompt that you use, because if you run it twice, you're going to find with the temperature settings
Mhm.
that it's going to produce slightly different things.